And we continue with our great American panel. All right, Coach, how do you see the election? And what advice would you give Romney? Because you're a coach.
Well, I think, number one, it's nice to be able to start off with 21-point lead. That's what Obama has, because there's certain states that they're going to carry anywhere. I just say to Romney, be yourself, say what you feel about this country. I was telling my wife the other day, it seems like we now have 50 million people on food stamps. I remember when my wife...
We do have just short of that.
My wife's mother sent my wife some clothes when we were married, because we're as poor as church mites. I sent them back. I said, if I can't clothe your daughter, I'll keep her inside. That's how I feel. I think that's what made this country great. I think we have to
sent the clothes back?
Absolutely.
Mother?
It wasn't the government, from her mother. If I can't clothe your daughter, I'll keep her inside. That's just how I feel. And it's my obligation to take care of my family. I feel that.
That's the way I was raised. You know, but that mentality we've created, Mary, this is an entitlement mindset. And people think the government is the answer to every problem they have. You're dealing with this every day.
Absolutely. But I think right now this election is pivotal, and I think the younger generation who sort of was buying into this a little bit has recognized this is not the right path. There's no doubt. You know, I have two kids, both in college. Their friends are graduating. There are no jobs for them out there. Really, that younger generation is recognizing that hope and change isn't
this
so
is a
great.
good point, because this is the first time where we have more people on unemployment with college than ever before. And, you know, look at, for example, African-American youth unemployment in the summertime, Joe. It's 50%. Are we better off than we were $5 trillion in debt ago? I want an honest answer. Was this country better off than we were $5 trillion in Obama debt?
$4 trillion of that was Bush debt.
No. $5 trillion in new Obama debt.
Every economist says that stuff, that $4 trillion.
What every economist?
Look, you had a trillion. First of all, let's go back to even the trillions that are accountable to Obama. They were compromised things like extending the Bush taxes.
Wait a minute.
I was on this show when you wanted him to extend those.
His stimulus,
he said
his
he didn't want
health
it because that would raise the deficit. You said we needed to do.
I want somebody in the country stand up and take responsible for something instead of always somebody else's fault. I get tired of it night after night after night.
It's true.
What made this country great? And I say to Romney, take your message, and if we lose because you say things you believe in. Not what that people want to hear. What do you believe in?
Last question. Was it right for Romney to repudiate the idea of anyone else bringing up Reverend Wright?
Oh, I don't know. I actually think he is right for that. You know, we've already heard that message. Romney's going to win, and he's going to win on the economy. He's going to win on moving this country forward. He doesn't need to do anything, the Reverend Wright stuff. I think
he should stay out of it. But let people don't tell people like me not to do it, because I think it's important to tell the whole.
Don't bring it up, but then don't bring up he's a Mormon.
All right, Greta's next, and we'll see you tomorrow night.